I was watching a video recently on what it means to be a stay-at-home parent. I wouldn't consider myself the stay-at-home parent because I still do school and work. I'm working on a doctorate. It takes a lot of my space and energy and time. Also, I used to do a lot more, which is probably one of the reasons I'm burnt out and I have fibromyalgia. At one point, before 2020, I was going to school full-time, my doctorate program. I was working as a mental health therapist full-time, and I had 3 kids and 2 partners, and it became too much. My ex-husband stayed at home with our kids and was supposed to take care of the house. That didn't necessarily work out the way that I wanted. Also, then I just asked for a different way. So in 2020, I asked my ex-husband to go back to work and then I would stay home with the kids. This shifted me into the mindset that I was a stay-at-home parent at that point. And during the summer, I would consider that I was a stay-at-home parent because I wasn't doing school. Also, I had to look at myself. I had been working since I was 15 years old, and I quit in the middle of a pandemic. I decided to take my children on a road trip. We masked up, we had hand sanitizer, and we went to the Grand Canyon. And it was a beautiful trip with my children. It also gave me the opportunity to look at myself, look at who is Draven. Who am I in regards to my children? Who am I in regards to my partners and my friends? It wasn't working well. During that trip, I had a mental breakdown. I had to really look at myself, and I decided that I would move into my own bedroom and I would start taking care of my mental health. I started this personal development school. I'll put a link down below. It was life-changing. It helped me realize that I had a lot of scripts that I was missing. I didn't know that I was telling myself I wasn't enough, or I wasn't worth it, or I wasn't safe. I just lived in those experiences in existence, and it wasn't working for me. So I took a step back from all my relationships for a month. I told all of my partners that I was just going to focus on me, and I did, and I took care of my kids. I also took away parenting from everyone. And at this point, I didn't feel safe with my children being parented by other people because they weren't parenting in the ways that aligned with my values and the way that I wanted to parent. So I asked everybody to stop parenting, and I took it all. I don't regret doing that. I am grateful that I did, because by having everybody step back, I could evaluate how we were all parenting and how we could work together to be better parents. I'm a child mental health specialist. I know what I was doing and what I was hoping for, and it wasn't happening. So after I did that, I realized what each child needed in parenting, because every child is different. And I evaluated what was going on, and then I tried to work with the other parents to start highlighting the things that I needed from them as parents. Overall, what happened is that as the stay-at-home parent, I became the household manager, essentially. I was still the household manager, but in a new way. I had control of the schedules. I had control of who's doing what chores. I wanted a structure in my home so that I felt safer. And overall, that happened. It happened the best, though, after my ex-husband moved out. He was the biggest problem for me. He parented from shame and guilt and used his loud voice, yelling, hitting things to get people to listen to him. And it wasn't working for us anymore. And so once he moved out in the last year, and almost year and a half, we have healed immensely. And my other the other two adult parents that I live with have taken on the mental load of running a household with me, of parenting, of making sure chores are done. They are now my partners in a way that we didn't have a partnership or community before, because I think in a lot of ways that my ex-husband didn't want that. I don't think he wanted community, or he didn't know how to have community, or another reason. I'm not even sure. All I know is that now we have community. Now our household runs well. I can sit with my co-parents and have a conversation about the kids and some of the struggles that we're having, some patterns I'm noticing, and what we can do to be better parents in that moment. And this isn't about me being the stay-at-home parent anymore. I am now one of the parents. And while I'm at home the most, I'm still going to school and working and tutoring and volunteering for different programs. Also, I pick up the kids from school and I'm there for them. And I support them in getting their homework done. I get them up for school. I'm the one that runs the schedule of our lives still. Also, my partner goes to work 32 hours a week. My partner pays the bills, makes sure we have the money to provide for us the kind of life that we want to have within our values, and to also make sure our home's cared for, that we get to have life experiences, that we have a happy and pleasurable life. It doesn't need to be about material possessions, but it's about finding connection with each other. We love playing games, and that's one of the things that we do to enjoy time together. Also, we have family meetings every week. That really supports our community building. And before, I stopped having community meetings because somebody would yell or get too passionate about a topic and it would be shaming and it wasn't helpful. Now we have a little game that we play together. We check in with each other. We work together as a team to build our family structures. And sometimes the things that we bring up may take weeks to finally come to fruition because we're a house of neurodivergent people. It does eventually happen though. We're working on it all the time. And my other co-parent, they aren't working per se. They do sometimes, but then they support also in taking care of our chickens. They do their chores. They chip in with the driving the kids places so that I don't have to. And they take care of our family in a way that I don't know how to explain it, but it's helpful. And they bring the absurdity of life into our lives, and that's wonderful and joyful. So my point is that even though I stay at home as a parent, I still do a lot. And also, the other parents in my home also do a lot. And we attempt to balance each other out in order to succeed at this. Because parenting is hard. We got this. Thank you.